So now, do you consider your music R&B or?
Some of it is more on the pop side, and then some of the stuff I'm about to release is more on the R&B side. So it's kind of, I would say, alternative pop, or maybe pop with a twist of R&B.
Mhm.
I don't really know how to describe it. It's very soulful, I will say that. So I just kind of soulful pop. We'll make our own genre.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the best thing to do, especially right now. If you make your own lane, that limits your competition, and your
Right.
voice limits the competition. So it's a win-win.
Exactly. Win-win. Got to stand out somehow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So far, everything that I heard is super dope. I was just wondering, since you're a writer and you have music of your own, I was wondering if you could give me a little sample.
A little sample of like future stuff coming out.
Anything that you want to do.
Okay. I can sing one of my songs that's already out. It's called Drowning. It's more of a, I guess, on the pop side of it, but I'll sing a little chorus.
Okay.
Drowning in the water, I'm running out of breath. I scream a little louder, and you don't hear me yet. I know that you moved on, so please don't make me hold on. Drowning and I'm screaming and I'm running out of breath. There you go. That's it.
I
Thank you.
love it. I
Thank
love it. I love it. I love it. And see, now that to me doesn't sound very pop. That sounds very R&B. Actually, it sounds more like neo soul, trap soul, because that's the new thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm
that
just
whole
wondering,
genre.
did you have any of those influences as well?
I do, and that
Because
and someone told me to kind of go that route just because they were like, you're not typical pop. You could probably really do your thing in this genre. And then I started thinking, it was after that song. Um,
yeah,
I was like, you know what? You're right. So I'm telling you, the stuff I'm about to release is pretty close to what you're saying. It's more of that
yeah.
genre.
'Cause I hear a lot of, and I don't know if this is also because you work a lot in Texas, but I hear some like Erica Badu sounds, you
Oh,
know?
I've never gotten that before. That's a
Yeah,
huge
well,
compliment.
yeah, because I'm like listening to how soulful your voice is, and I'm saying, I'm like, that doesn't sound pop at all. That sounds like more of a neo soul, more of a new jazz, or now they call it trap soul, where the younger folks are twisting it up a little bit, but it still sounds amazing. You have
Right.
artists like Emme, you have artists like her.
For HER, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
I love her. She's one of my more recent like influences. I just think she has such a cool sound, and there's something about like the soul behind it. I feel like you're like I'm with you in the story. I don't know. So I've been channeling those type of people.
and that's what I'm thinking about it. It's a vibe. Your voice is a vibe. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like thinking about all these people I'm talking about, and I'm like, I'm going somewhere with it. But
I love that.
it's definitely a vibe, and it's one of those situations where you want to chill and relax, but you also want to have fun and have a good time, and you want to enjoy your voice.
Right.
There's a lot of artists that someone would listen to just because they enjoy your voice, and
Right.
I
Right.
think that's the type of voice you have.
Thank you. I actually go into making a song with that mentality. I'm like, would I want to listen to this like in my car? Would I want to listen? I kind of think of like different scenarios. I don't want to just listen to this like if I'm taking a shower or if I'm at a party. I want it to kind of be more of a universal like, oh, this song's on. This is like if I ain't got you, that's just one of those songs you
Yeah,
can anywhere.
yeah, you definitely have that, and you definitely get the concept. Like, I don't want to be limited to just at a party or here. If you're a dope artist, I want to hear you all the time. Because
Right.
you change the way things are. That's why I said it's a vibe to your voice and stuff like that. So
Thank you so
that's
much.
definitely
Appreciate
that's
that.
a great thing. Definitely a great thing.
Thank you.
Um, I'm looking at some of the questions that was sent to me. I'm like, I think we covered so much. Um, oh, okay. So your project, your EP, when can
Yeah.
we expect?
So we have kind of been debating back and forth whether we want to tease it with like a couple singles before, or if we just want to kind of come out with it and say, here's my EP. But we're looking at within the next month. I've been having a lot of studio sessions, and we've been very productive in finishing songs. And my team is great. They work very efficiently, and everyone kind of has the same mission. So we're kind of in sync when it comes to like projects and getting stuff done. So I'm hoping within the next month it'll be out, and I'm leaning towards releasing a single called No Disturbance. And but yeah, hopefully that'll be out soon. It's done. I'm ready to put it out. Just a matter of when they're ready to release it too.
Of course, of course. And I know everyone's going to be anticipating that because, I mean, how could they not?
Thank
Any
you.
videos or anything like that?
Any what?
Music videos?
I do. So okay, so my very first song that I ever wrote. So this is kind of the backup story. I was with Tom. We were at one of my lessons, and he brings in this producer from Dallas called Ricky Offord, and I had no idea who he was. And he was like, I love your voice. I love the vibe. Can you please come like record with me in Dallas on Thursday? And I'm like, it's Tuesday. I've never written a song in my life. Like, I don't know how to do all this. And then not to mention, he works with artists like Chris Brown, Ariana Grande, Rihanna. I'm like, what do you want to do with me? So we went, he kind of brought in some songwriters to help me with this. And we got a team behind it, and they're like, we need to do a video. So the song's called Not a Love Song. I would say that is much more pop. So that being my first song, I didn't really know direction, what I preferred, but I wouldn't change anything because it helped me learn what genre I like and what I don't like. So it was a really fun video. We got to drive fast cars, and there was a beautiful model as my boyfriend in it. It was a fun time. So yeah, it's on YouTube. You can look it up. It's under Mary O'Neill though. It's not in me yet.
Okay, okay. I don't know how spiritual you are, but sometimes these connections are for a reason because it's bringing you down a path of greatness and success. And from everything that you're telling me, it just sounds like, one day we'll see you at the
I
conference.
completely agree. I mean, I'm very, very religious. I grew up like that, and my mom raised us Catholic, and just everything that I've gone through, good or bad, like the whole Houston, Texas thing. I had to go with my dad for his throat cancer, and if that situation didn't happen, I wouldn't have met Tom. I wouldn't have met Ricky. I wouldn't have gone on this journey. I'm very thankful for everything that's happened in my life. I just know that everything happens for a reason, and I have to be thankful for the good times and the bad, just because it is part of the plan. And it's just crazy how like life works like that. So
Yeah.
I
And, and,
owe it all to God.
and he'll bring people in your life for a reason because he has a plan that we don't see, we don't know. But
Right,
so
right. I have another like weird story about that too. My creative director Ty, he's on the board of PRC, and I waited on their table. Like when Austin Tolliver was doing his music video, had his whole team. I was their waitress, and um, we just kind of got to talking. They were like, I was like, why are y'all in town? They start talking about a video. Obviously, I kind of was just like, oh, I sing too. And that was about the extent of it. We all kind of exchanged Instagrams. He told me he had a video coming out soon. And I was actually invited to be in Austin's video as like the lead actress. And so through there, I made connections, and they started listening to my music, and were just like, okay, we see something special in you, and we want to start helping you invest in this dream because we have the resources to do it, and we believe in you. And it's just crazy, like meeting people at right place, right time. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just very, very thankful.
Yeah, yeah, the spirits were brought together. So,
Right, right.
okay, so where can we find your music? Where can we find more of you?
So currently I'm on Spotify under Mary O'Neill, but that will be changed as soon as I release my new project. I'm on Instagram too under Hey Emme O. So, and as well as Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, I'm looking forward to releasing more with everybody, and yeah.
Well, we can't wait. We cannot wait. So hopefully, once everything is released, and I actually get into a station in the studio, hopefully we can have you back on. Even if we can't get you physically, hopefully I'll have you back on. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I've really enjoyed this. I appreciate you
yeah,
having me on right now.
definitely. And I'm just happy that you shared your stories because everything that we spoke about, it could be inspiration to someone else. I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
Just to keep going and keep trying. You never know.
right.
What situation you're going to be in, and you're going to meet that right person that's going to care enough about your career.
Right. I completely agree. If I had to look back at my previous self like a couple years ago and just be like, hey, everything's going to work out. You just have to enjoy the journey instead of being stressed out about the future. It's the biggest advice I would have given myself or anybody else going through any journey, whether it's music, whether it's school, whether it's a career that, or they feel like they're in a rut and they don't know where to go or how to meet people and resources. Just keep working on it. Just wish I could have told myself that.